Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachawadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in this gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will you be edified. Coming through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This is a guy by the name of Dabu7. Which is he creates content going into current events and world politics and war and geopolitics. He's pretty much a forecaster, and he goes into like a lot of things about wars and liberals and, well, I won't even say liberals, but conservatives and, just the whole thing with the election. It's been around for some time. But he made some quite interesting points about how they've threatened Trump, basically stating, like, look, if you try to stop the war in Ukraine, you're going to risk a JFK assassination attempt on you, which I believe they already made 3 attempts on this man's life. The first one was well known. He was at a particular rally, and then, they tried to blow his head off, which, some people believe that it was literal. Some people believe it was staged. Who knows? Who cares, right? But regardless of it, you people celebrating, you're not out of the woods yet, all right? Because, see, Nero, a.k.a. Trump, which we believe that this guy Trump is Nero in the reincarnation, there's a plan at hand. That's an agenda that the elites want to fulfill. And Trump, when you make sense, if you listen to him, the policies that he wanted to implement forth, they seem more gravitating towards the likes of prophecy with the national tracking system, okay, with the tagging of illegal immigrants, with the deporting the mass migrants that came over here, last year and really decades ago, which is 50 million migrants, probably more than that, But that's going to be a huge task because they ain't going to go without a fight. Okay. On top of that, all types of civil disturbances. And then he has a war in the Middle East on his hand. And Russia basically said, like, look, man, we'll delete your ass. So don't get it twisted. And I've already said, I said in my mind, I said, before inauguration or any up until that time or during the time, there can possibly be another attempt on his life if they don't succeed or if they actually go through with it, but stage it to make it seem like it was actually him, but not really him. But regardless, who knows, But we know we're at the end of this man's kingdom. And why you black women out there, you homosexual men, you lesbian women, and you liberals mainly, out there bawling your eyes out and just going batshit crazy. If you ever paid attention to the politics, show you how stupid niggas are. Niggas don't pay attention to shit. Because he didn't say he was going to ban any abortions. He left it up to the state to decide what they wanted to do with it. So people are just mad because they didn't put a goddamn woman in office to give women liberty to do what the hell they want to do. But if you pay attention to what he said, he ain't even taking away the fucking liberty of you women. You're just so goddamn delusional due to feminism and power to the point you just don't want a man in charge at all. And that's just really what it's all about. Okay, you prefer to have a fucking woman with no type of direction. Okay, she doesn't have the mental acumen to govern a nation. Okay, she's not wise enough. That was not imparted to her understanding. She's a fucking woman, man. Okay, and it was not given it to her to run a goddamn thing. I mean, the fact about it is, how do you people, I don't understand how you people thought she was going to win. You barely seen her the last 4 years. And I mean, honestly speaking, she probably didn't even really want to run. But who else is going to oppose Donald Trump? And then again, it's all a bread and circus show, man. Like, you think she's really upset behind closed doors? Fuck nah, man. She went behind the curtains and she probably shook hands, smiled, smoked a little crack, whatever she do, did what she did. And, behind hands, the plan is fulfilled. We're going to go forth. Because this wasn't nothing more but to divide the nation even more. But she's not having a meltdown because she didn't win, while you stupid ass people are going on TikTok and Twitter or X talking all this shit about how you hate men. And the war ain't even against the men, all right? She wasn't going to fucking win regardless. And he didn't abandon abortion. So for all you bitches out there that want to unalive your kids, feel free to do so, all right? Because you're going to do it any damn way. All right, but what we do know is that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is getting ready to totally decimate this place. And hey, Trump is the man to get it done. Lord's will. All right, so I'm going to play this video, get a couple of precepts, because like I said, y'all ain't out the doghouse yet. This is the setup before the fall, because, you know, you Edomites, these Edomites, they're talking big shit now. They're proud. You know, they going back to their hot dogs and beers and baseball. They really think that bread and circuses is going to continue. So it's going to be an even more bigger disappointment once this place fall on Esau's pride, because it's really the pride of Esau that's getting ready to be brought down. Okay, you got to understand that you, Jakes, you are not sent here to win. You were not brought to America to prosper. You were not brought to America to be all you can be. Okay, you wasn't sent here to be billionaires and to have generational wealth and sit at the round table with Esau. Okay, this is his kingdom, and you were brought over here to serve slavery and to accept your punishment. All right, so you niggas just need to chill out with all this crying and shit, man. You supposed to be looking forward to the destruction of this place, because the Most High is getting ready to hit Esau in his pride, and when they fall, that's when it's really gonna get rough, man. All right, so I'm going to play this video and then, you know, get a couple of precepts, and that'll be that. But here we go.
All right, guys. It looks like we've got another election in the books, or the selection has been made, right? Donald Trump taking out Kamala. And this is what we get for the next 4 years, as long as we can get to Inauguration Day without anything crazy going down. Now, there's a high probability that Antifa, the cats from the left, even all these illegal invaders that came in here by the millions are going to do something. You've got to ask yourself, what's going to happen when Trump tries to round up all these individuals? Do you think they're just going to go willingly? I don't. I think it's going to be big time war and clashes, and everything's about to pop off. There was no need for it.
And that's what I'm saying. These people ain't going to go easy, man. Especially when they've been armed by the government. You know, getting funds from the government. It's going to be a fucking civil war regardless, man. Whether who she won and he won. Okay, so you people are just bugging out for nothing. You're just bugging out the strength because there's a woman that didn't get chose. And you don't have the license to do what you want to do, you know. Because the reality of it is Keisha just wanted a license to be a bigger hoe. But if she paid attention to what this clown Trump was talking about, he didn't take away the rights for you to unalive your kids. That's up to the state. And if you dealing with a liberal state like Illinois, then I'm pretty sure they're going to have that abortion ban. I mean, that Amendment 3 shit still intact. So, hey, like we say, y'all going to go out and be hoes and sluts and fuck around and get pregnant by a nigga or whoever. And then, you know, you're going to run your ass down, take a plan B, and you're going to do it the next following weekend, because that's all y'all want. Y'all want to live life being liberal and free without any repercussions. You know, you want to be able to twerk on top of cars and talk shit to men, spit at men's face, and just be who you want to be without anybody telling you anything. You basically want to be kids without discipline. And that's all the fucking black woman is. All you liberals, man. All right, not just Keisha. A lot of Edomites on there tripping too. You know, but regardless of it, man, this place is through. Donald Trump is getting ready to fulfill the plan that he had the first year, because if you pay attention, he actually is supposed to have been in there 2 terms, if you really look, because technically he won the selection last time. Okay, honestly speaking. But, you know, they took it from him, and then, you know, they put this guy Joe Beasy in there, Sleepy Joe, and this is what you result of it. And the crazy part about it is that the economy has been horrible on his watch, and yet these are the same people that was complaining how bad inflation has got, but yet they still want to put the people in there that allegedly, well, I won't say allegedly, because the elites used them to do things, but it was going to fall regardless, man. Okay, so it just people are just so delusional, man. Okay, and social media has been the worst creation of this modern day age when it comes to technology, because it's allowed people to go to these particular platforms and show how mentally ill they really is. I mean, I never known a bunch of people that just need this much attention. They would go before the computer or the phone and they would just cry and just scream and do all this shit like, bitch, motherfuckers are watching y'all, man. Like, don't y'all realize how stupid you look? But, you know, this is America. This is the land of the free. You do it. This is a big circus show. It's nothing but a big circus, man. And the clowns are really showing themselves. And thank social media for that. People are revealing who they truly is. All right. But anyway, let me keep going and we get the precepts. Lock it.
Before, because they were allowed to come right on in. Everything's changing with this move. And in terms of Russia, Russia just came out and said, look, we're not congratulating nobody for nothing. We're going for a day-by-day basis. Their defense minister, Medvedev, had basically said that it doesn't matter who gets in there, that both candidates want to see the end of Russia. Russia's response right now to Donald Trump, if he wants to try to end the war, they said that he can get JFK'd and assassinated. If he even attempts to try to stop the war. This is what they said. We'll see where this goes, but Russia...
So bam, DJ ain't gonna change a goddamn thing. You heard that? Russia don't give a fuck. They like, look, man, we don't give a shit. At the end of the day, this is where we in. We in war. Stop us from doing what we got to do to Ukraine. Then you the enemy, nigga. And then on top of that, BB Mikowski, he's going to push face forward because ain't nobody... Hey, he's not going to stop until he's stopped. Okay, the Most High's determination is to put this man in office to get things fulfilled because Donald Trump has that pride, man, okay? Donald Trump has that like, look, man, nobody going to tell me to do shit. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, that's why the Most High put this thing in there. He put DJ in there to make America great again. America is the last of his concerns. He got to appease to the small hats, man. That's the whole plan. Like the brother said out of Vegas, he said, look, you really voted for Amalek because they got to do the bidding of the elites. So there you go.
Also saying that, the United States should take their nuclear warnings very serious. As I said before, Russia's not giving up an inch of what they claimed in Ukraine. They didn't start this whole thing. Take it back to the Obama days. They ran an elected government out of Ukraine and then seized all the power with Maidan. I've been covering for that long. I know all the details. They stole all the gold and they've been doing nothing but laundering money through Ukraine this whole time and stacking gold. Well, that's about to end. Somebody better call Zelensky and tell him that the bank's closed because no more money's going to be coming under Trump. So the next 2 months up till inauguration are going to be very interesting. Everything that pops off in between that. Because officially, Biden, which is nowhere to be found, is leading this country. So anything can happen in the next couple months. Just head on a swivel, man. I wouldn't let your guard down. Everyone's celebrating, yeah, this and that, because Kamala didn't win. But still, don't let your guard down at all. Stay vigilant out there. And just know that in terms of this world stage, anything can happen. It's just that's why they call them theaters of war. But it looks like Russia ain't messing around. And to drop an assassination statement like that toward Trump, we'll see where this goes. Join me for the live streams. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Dabu 77. Much love, y'all.
And there you go, all right? And remember, Joe Biden is still the presiding president of the United States. So he still has some type of control up until then, all right? And I was reading some things and watching some videos a little while ago, and it was mentioned how the Democrats ain't going to want Donald Trump to take office so they can stage some type of full-scale coup or some type of martial law, or they can do something from now up until then that can still kind of halt this process. So, I mean, it ain't, you ain't out of the woods yet, but we'll see. To go to here, Revelation 8:1, and it says, and when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of a half an hour. And I saw 7 angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And what's the theme of a trumpet? A trumpet is to give a particular sound. And in this case, they're blowing a sound of war. Okay, the minute he gets inaugurated, that's not going to stop all the tensions in the East because it's a how can you say it? It's a power thing, And they know that DJ has that pride. Like the scripture said that his pride was more stout than his fellows. So regardless of it, this place is through. He'll just finish in the second half of the plan, all right? The script that he started back in 2020 or back in 2016 to 2020, remember, a whole pandemic hit on his watch. He brought shutdowns. Okay, he approved warp speed, you know, and it went into the next presidency. But nonetheless, you know, they did all these things on his watch. So who's to say that another pandemic won't transpire on his watch, which is more than likely it will. Okay, because they're still talking about shutdowns, you know, new pestilence, the Malzberg pump, which is the MARBURG virus, which had an 80% mortality rate. I mean, this thing can go which way. So it's nothing but downhill for Babylon, all right? Like the scripture say, peace and safety. And it says, and another angel stood at the altar having a golden censer, and that was given it to him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And we pray every day that this place goes down, all right? So regardless of who gets in office or who stays in office, at the end of the day, it's still going to be destroyed. Okay, you just got a more fiery guy in there that's willing to do it. Okay, because Trump, he don't give a shit. See, he'll send you women to war. Kamala, she ain't going to put that burden on you. You know what I'm saying? But they'll send you niggas to war. Okay, and they'll send you, and Trump, he will bring back a draft, like no ifs, ands, or buts. And more than likely, they're going to have to reinstate a draft, because now you got American troops that was sent down to the East or to the Middle East or to Western Asia to be on standby just in case things go left, and things will go left, you know? And it says, and an angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. And the 7 angels that had 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. And the first angel sounded, and there followed hell and fire mingled with blood, and that was cast upon the earth. And the third part of the trees were burnt up, and all the green grass were burnt up. And when you think a third part of the men, you're thinking about here in the Babylon, man, all right? You know, because the Edomites are the third part of men. And sometimes trees refer to men or nations or people. Okay, but also, you know, America being the 4th part of the earth, this place is going to be totally decimated by thermonuclear weapons, man. All right. And it says here, and third parts of the trees were burnt up, and all the green grass were burnt up. And a second angel sounded, and there was a great mountain burning with fire, was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood, because we know that this place is ultimately going to get destroyed. Okay, like I said, if she got in office, they was going to war. He gets in there, you're likely going to war. Okay, he's not going to reinstate any particular relationships with anybody because the ties are broken. You heard what he said. He said, look, Russia said they don't care who wins. And you had Bibi that was congratulating him on his win. But that's to say, well, look, man, look, we need you. Come do what you got to do, because Biden, he was being a coward. Okay, Biden was holding back and trying to draw back and, you know, trying to deal with things diplomatically and putting sanctions on people, man. Trump like, look, man, we going to bump. Remember when he got in office the first time, he sent what, like over, I think he sent like so many Tomahawk missiles over there. You know, so this man, Trump, man, he ain't the one to be trifled with, because the elites can use him for that very purpose. And on top of that, he's Nero, which was a high prominent emperor in the Roman Empire. Okay, I believe he committed suicide because I think the people turned against him. And right now, everybody loves Trump. But see what happens when they find out that he's working for the Zionists. People could turn against him then, because like he said, he has Israel's best interests. And whatever the small hats want, that's what he's going to do. Okay, fuck all that DOJ policy shit he's talking. Nobody care about that. All right. 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm going to start at 1. And it says, but the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh comes as a thief in the night. For when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them as travail upon a woman with child, then he should not escape. And I'm thinking that Trump is going to show them horns this time. Okay, he's going to really show how he feels about you people. And you Edomites, hey, it's a perfect setup, because once he goes down and once Trump is not that dude, Esau going to lose complete hope and he going to crash out, man. Because I've heard it. Elon like, look, Trump is our last hope. If not Trump, then who? You know, because even at the beginning of presidential elections and when they get selected and inaugurated, you already got somebody in mind who's going to run 4 years from now. You know, but nobody is talking about who's going to run up next for the next 4 years, because, you know, hey, this place may be totally gone. And like I said, once this place fall, hey, Esau is going to lose it, man. When he realized Trump ain't really that dude, they going to fucking go batshit crazy. Okay? Matter of fact, this, arrogancy of the proud to cease. Isaiah 13:11. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay? Because Esau he's arrogant now, and his mind said, yeah, you know, we're going to get our shit back. He going to heal the economy. He's going to bring back jobs. He's going to fire all these people. You know, sounds good. But what happens when it don't go that way? Okay, you people are hoping and hope. And then while I'm not saying he's not a better candidate than she is, but he's more than likely to get the job done, all right? Because, I mean, unlike her, you know, he's an idiot, but she's a bigger idiot, to say the least. She didn't have any type of plan. They just threw her ass in there because they ain't had nobody else. You see, you ain't heard from her ass for 4 years, you know? But then he says, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So that pride is getting ready to be brought down. You know, but I believe, you know, just eventually they're going to try to do things to stop him. Because, you know, like I said, with the whole indictment shit, with the whole January 6th ordeal, I mean, they can throw all types of stuff at this dude. They've been trying to get him for the last couple of years. And if they really wanted him, they would have got him. It's just all, it's a bread and circus show. It's a movie act, okay? And they keeping you people on edge. But we getting ready to enter the climax of this movie when things are getting ready to start falling apart, okay? So we'll see 2025 what, you know, Yahweh Shai does and how he sways things in the favor of the hopeful elect. Lord's will delivered. Just have to wait and see. All right. But anyway, it says here, from when they say peace and safety and sudden destruction coming upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they should not escape. So peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Okay, they're already talking about testing their ICBMs, you know, pretty much after the ballots were closed and after the elections were won. And I mean, shit, here we go. So anyway, with that, I'm going to end it, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you were edified. To the next lesson. Shalom. Hypersonic.
Administration watching this closely, just days until the election here in the U.S., of course. And Martha, while I have you tonight, another story breaking at this hour.
These Air Force Global Strike Command unarmed Minuteman 3 intercontinental ballistic missiles will take off from the Vandenberg test range. The purpose of these launches is to demonstrate the readiness of U.S. nuclear forces and provide confidence in the lethality and effectiveness of the nation's nuclear deterrent.
Minuteman 3, an unarmed intercontinental ballistic missile. The missile is capable of delivering a nuclear warhead and is meant for nuclear deterrence.
Tonight, just hours after the U.S. condemned North Korea for sending troops to Russia to help against Ukraine, North Korea tonight test launching an intercontinental ballistic missile that could reach the U.S.
Breaking news coming out of Israel, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed his defense minister Yoav Gallant. Now, Gallant has been publicly critical of Netanyahu's management of the war on Gaza. He'd called for new goals to be set for Israel's war effort. Foreign Affairs Minister Israel Katz is set to replace him, according to the Prime Minister's office.
China says it has fired an intercontinental ballistic missile into the Pacific Ocean. Now, this is Beijing's first such test in over 40 years. Under Xi Jinping's presidency, China has bolstered its nuclear capabilities and revamped the People's Liberation Army's rocket force. The Pentagon estimated last year that China will roughly double its nuclear arsenal to about 1,000 warheads by 2030.